welcome back to WDVL, The Inferno, 89.5. It's Coley.
And Tyler.
And I hope you all had an amazing spring break.
It was a break. Shout out to my work for allowing me to come work that week.
At least you didn't break a bone. Ha ha, ha ha.
Did you break a bone, Coley?
No, but get it like spring break and like break like a bone.
This is to be determined. The show where we're going to listen to an entire musical for 30 seconds at a time, where our guests will try to piece together the musical. And we have someone very special in the studio today.
Woo woo!
I'm so excited to have you on the show. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, thank you. I'm Lex. I'm excited.
Tell us about yourself.
I'm a psych major, and I am such a fake theater kid. Like, this is probably gonna go terribly.
I felt that. I have 4 musicals that I know, and I have the nerve to call myself a theater kid.
Me.
Same.
But we
But
have
not
a very special show picked out for you, and we
So
are
excited.
so excited to share it with you.
Lex, do you have any like hobbies or like anything interesting going on in your life that you'd like to talk about? Anything like writing maybe?
Oh, no, it's okay.
No, I think you should.
I think you should, since I just led you on
Since
so
I
well.
don't know what that is.
Okay, so right now I'm writing a short story for an art showcase called the Rose Quartz Art Showcase. Yeah.
Ooh.
And it's just about following your inner witness, I guess, and just listening to yourself and growth from there.
Yeah, and this isn't like a little small thing. This is a big boy thing. So
This is a big boy
this is
thing.
actually really cool, and I've been thinking about it all day.
Yeah,
so.
it was like when I saw other people from like across the country in this, I was like, wow, they really picked me.
That's awesome. Congratulations, though.
Thank you.
All right, so Lex, are you ready
I'm so
to start
ready.
the show?
So ready.
All right. So this week's episode is called, drumroll please, Respect Your Elders. Haha. Okay, so little backstory before we start the show. We are actually not playing the first song first, because if we did that, it would give the show away.
Okay.
So we are going to circle back to it. So you will get to hear it, but we're going to actually start with the second song of the show.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
We sand ran by the bay, Australia where they say good day. But I pray I'm sent to my favorite place, Orlando. Orlando, I love you, Orlando. SeaWorld and Disney and Putt golfing.
So, what you thinking?
I'm gonna be totally off with this guess here. Is this the Book of Mormon?
It is, in fact, the Book of Mormon.
I told you.
I don't know it all that much. I don't know the plot, but like I know like
Perfect.
the basic of the plot, I guess.
Okay, so like, would you be able to tell us what happens in
Oh,
the Book
goodness,
of Mormon?
no.
Oh, perfect. Then we're just going to keep going with it.
I'm so happy you chose this segment because that is my favorite like little phrase in all of this show.
It is phenomenal, and it's also the only part of that song that doesn't mention that they're like Mormons. So
Yeah, the only reason I knew is because he's praying that he gets sent to.
true.
So,
That's true.
oh, that's
So
what gave it
real.
away to me.
But anyway, what's happening?
So I'm not sure where he like is. He could be like in a small town, I'm assuming. And he's talking about where he's gonna get sent when he turns, I think, 18. If he's gonna go to San Francisco or Australia, but he really wants to go to Orlando.
Orlando.
Don't we all want to go to Orlando?
Guys, I need to make this a statement because it's my only personality trait. I'm from Florida. I'm from Fort Lauderdale.
I'm
home
very
country.
sorry to hear that.
I loved Florida. Thank you very much. We did have a lockdown once because an iguana bit someone's finger, but
It's
I
me.
think
I
about
was
it.
the iguana. Here's your next song. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Sorry, I had to figure out when to stop this.
Our time to go out and set the world's people free. And we can do it together, you and me, but mostly me. You and me, but mostly me, are gonna change the world forever. 'Cause I can do most anything, and I can stand next to you and watch.
So what's going on?
Okay, so it's giving me very like Sharpay and Ryan vibes. One definitely thinks that he is much better than the other. And I'm assuming they are getting sent together somewhere. And one wants to change the world and make it all about him and just kind of have a little sidekick.
Okay. Alrighty. So, Coley, you also don't know the Book of Mormon very well.
Like, I think I know it a lot better than I think. I saw like a bootleg of it maybe 3 times. That was like a few years ago.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Right now I do know what's happening.
Okay, I've seen the show live twice. It is one of my favorite shows. It is so good. But yeah, so here's your next song, and I just want to tell y'all this song was so hard to find a segment that I could actually play on the air, and I had to do so much Googling to figure out if this was allowed. And it is my understanding that it is 100% allowed, so just good luck with it.
But having a saying makes it all seem better. There isn't enough food to eat. Hasadiga Ibo. People are starving in the street. Hasadiga Ibo.
Well, that's pretty neat. Does it mean no worries for the rest of our days?
Kind of.
Okay, quick question.
Quick answer.
Is Olaf in this?
Bye! I'm sorry, I just screamed.
I'm so happy you said that because the answer is yes.
Is Olaf in this? I think I just peed myself.
So the actor who plays Olaf is in fact in the original cast
Is that
recording.
like Josh?
Josh Gad.
Gad,
I
yeah.
was right. I wanted to call this episode, what did I say? Josh Gad from Beauty and the Beast, just because I thought it was funny.
Okay, so I'm assuming they got sent to a foreign country. And I don't know, I think maybe the people of this country are showing them like just their, I don't want to say habitat. That is not what I'm thinking.
Their
culture?
Their culture, yeah.
Thank you. I could not think
Can
of
I
that.
ask a question?
I think I know the question that you are going to ask. Does it have to do with the translation
Yeah.
of it? Let's skip
boy.
that.
Well, no, I wanted to ask if she had an idea.
Yes. Okay. I knew
Like
where
a
you were going
family-friendly
with that.
translation.
I mean, I would assume since it's like an upbeat song, like, this is my home.
Okay,
Look at
great.
my
I'm so
home.
happy that that's
Okay.
the interpretation you got.
Moving
awesome.
right along.
Let's move into our next song. Are you ready?
I am so ready.
Got a feeling that you could be feeling a whole lot better than you feel today. You say you got a problem? Well, that's no problem. It's super easy not to feel that way. When you start to get confused because of thoughts in your head, don't feel those feelings. Hold them in instead. Turn it off like a light switch. Just go click.
So what's going on?
So I was convinced I knew the answer of what was going on until he said turn it off.
Okay.
Is this that song?
That song.
That I don't know what you can say on the radio.
Basically the general rule is if you wouldn't say it in front of your grandparents,
Okay.
don't say it on the air.
Can I say the name of the song that I think it is?
Yes.
I'm gonna skip it. I have a feeling I know what song it is, but I don't know how to say it without sounding weird.
Okay.
But is this like, okay, so I'm assuming, is he sitting down with someone, probably from this country, since that's where he was sent, and he was like, just saying like, you're having problems, like Jesus can solve that.
Kind of, but the answer is yes, but the answer is no. You're not entirely off.
Perfect.
I mean, it does include like little purple sequiny jackets and tap shoes.
I forgot that is this song. Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's,
So,
it's
yeah,
just the best.
It's so good.
Are you ready for your next song?
I am.
All right. Awesome. Here we go.
Feel proud of me. instead of just feeling stuck with me.
You know what, Elder? I think your dad's got plenty to be proud of right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Evening star shines brightly, God makes life anew.
Tomorrow is another day, and I am here for you.
So, what just happened?
Okay, so I'm assuming that the conversation with whoever this person was that he had the conversation with in the last song didn't go well. And he's really down in the dumps about it. And someone else is coming to him being like, dude, tomorrow's like another day. Like, you've got this. Keep going. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I think I have a Coley ADHD thought.
Oh, is that coming in early? All right. What's your Coley ADHD thought?
Silent night, holy night. Just imagine little Josh Gag curled up in like a little ball, like being sung Silent Night as he like drifts off into a peaceful little slumber.
Coley, I love you so much.
Oh my god, I just thought of corn. I don't know why I thought of corn, but yeah,
It's
I love
corn.
a big lump of knobs.
Okay. Here's your next here's your next song. Are you
All right,
ready?
I am.
Alrighty, sick. Let's do it.
Went up on that hill and dug where he was told, and deep in the ground Joseph found shining plates of gold.
What are these golden plates? Who buried them here and why?
Then appeared an angel, his name was Moroni.
I am Moroni.
The all-American angel. My people lived here long, long ago. This is the history of my race.
So I actually know this.
Okay. That's
funny-
interesting.
I think if it's like actually, like if it's like real life, I think I know this. Because we actually learned about this in Bible school, and he's telling about how Mormonism came to be.
Yeah, you're spot on.
Oh my god.
Who are they singing it to?
Oh boy. You know, I'm gonna be so honest and say I only know like one person's name in the show, and it's Elder Price. So we're gonna go with that.
Okay,
We're singing
valid.
the Elder Price.
I
Maybe.
actually cut out my favorite part of that song, and it makes me so upset that I cut out my favorite part of that song. But remind me to tell you that afterward.
Perfect.
So anyway, are you ready for your next song?
I am.
Before we jump there, can I just make a statement?
Yeah.
You're fine, Lex. I'm not making a statement about you.
I thought
Lex
you were.
just looked like they were like gonna eat me or something. She's so sly. But no. When I was in 8th or 9th grade, I was in a production of Into the Woods at my local theater company.
Okay.
And I had like this amazing weekend, like right before I had a rehearsal Monday, and Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Like my aunt, my mom, and my sister and I just like saw so many. Like I think we saw like 4 Broadway shows that weekend. Just like a little fun, silly trip. And then I just remember my mom driving me home, like 2 hours from the city, and driving right back so she could see Book of Mormon while I was in rehearsal.
So I have a very similar story about that. So the first time I saw this, I was 17 and with my father. I was barely 17, and it is worth noting that. And my dear sweet father, upon walking out of the theater, looks at me and goes, "I cannot believe I just took my underage kid to see that." It is the best. It was a very hard to chop. And anyway, here's your next song.
All right.
Can't imagine what it must be like, this perfect happy place. I bet the goat meat there is plentiful, and they have vitamin injections by the case. The warlords there are friendly, they help you cross the street. And there's a Red Cross on every corner with all the flour you can eat. Sateg, CT.
So what's going on?
Okay, so I'm assuming this might be the same person that he was talking to earlier, but I'm not totally sure if like
At like what part?
Like the
where-
turn it off part.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if like she's like having a change of heart or if it's someone totally different, but I'm assuming that he just told her about heaven, and
Okay.
she's like, I bet you there's like all this stuff there. So that's what my guess would be.
Okay. Do you think she's a Mormon?
No,
No? Okay, who is she?
just one of the people from the
From the village?
Yeah.
Okay. Solid. Coley, any thoughts? You look like you're so deep in thought.
So do you know in The Little Mermaid, we're like at the very end of it, guys, hear me out, okay? The end of like The Little Mermaid where she's like, ah, and she's like walking in like the little blue dress thing that's sparkling.
Uh-huh.
Like that's her. The girl singing, she's walking out of that water in that blue dress, just singing, I am gonna be a Mormon and go to heaven.
So here's your next song. I don't
Alright.
even know how to begin to get into that, but
Okay.
here's your next song. You have a little bit longer on this one, so enjoy it. Bask
Okay.
in its glory.
Heavenly Father, why do you let bad things happen?
Did you get my
More
text?
to the point, why do you let bad things happen to me? I'm sure you don't think I'm a flake, because you clearly made a mistake. I'm going where you need me most. Orlando! Listen to that fat white guy. My time to town, now it's my time to town. No counting, not counting, no, now it's time to town. I'm in the lead for the very first time. I'm going where the sun always shines.
So what just happened?
I just have to say I'm really enjoying Olaf in this.
Isn't it the
He's
best?
so good.
He's so good in this role.
Okay, so what I'm assuming happened is back to Ryan and Sharpay from earlier. And Sharpay is like, I know you don't make mistakes, God, but like, you did. So I'm going to Orlando now. No one here wants to listen to me. So that's my
That's
interpretation.
very close, yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Very close.
Oh, I had a statement about what was happening. Oh, the marimba part was like the marimba under the Hasadiga Iboy, the do-do-do-do, is almost the same as do-do-do-do-do-do-do under the
Yes, no, I actually had that thought too, and I think that's so funny.
Yeah, I told you this was The Little Mermaid, guys. Come
It
on.
actually is The Little Mermaid.
Guys, go see
The Book of Mermaid.
The Book of Mermaid. Go see The Little Mermaid at Monticello High School, April 14th and 15th. That's my old alum.
I love that so much. I was in The Little Mermaid, fun fact. I was one of Ursula's eels.
Fun
It was
fact, I
very
was not in
fun.
The Little Mermaid.
Thank you for sharing.
welcome.
That was actually the last high school musical I did when I was in like 10th grade because I skipped my senior year musical.
Rebel.
So anyway, that was the end of Act 1.
Wow.
You want to give us a rundown of what's happening right now?
Yeah. Okay, so basically, I'm just gonna call them Ryan and Sharpay, if that's okay.
Go for it.
So Ryan and Sharpay got sent to the same place, and I'm assuming Sharpay wanted to be like in Orlando, and Ryan was kind of like, let's send me anywhere. He's kind of like the annoying little brother. And they end up getting sent together to this village, and it sounds like the people of the village. I almost said the village people.
Young men, there's no need to feel down. Keep going, sorry.
I feel like the people in the village aren't very receptive of this. And like, I mean, who can blame them? And so he's talking to the one, and the one's like, no, man. No, man. But anyways, so then an elder, or maybe an angel or something. Maybe that's what it is. Oh my gosh. Okay, so is it an angel that like, I mean, you can't answer, but maybe an angel is the one singing that song, like, you've got this, like the motivational song. So maybe an angel came down. Oh, I think I got it. Probably not.
Or is Olaf the angel?
Is the real angel the friends we made along the way?
I feel like we said that every show.
It is my shtick. I was waiting for someone to say it.
So yeah, either way, an angel or an elder or Olaf maybe is like, dude, you got this. Keep going. And then he finds this woman, and the woman's kind of receptive and is like, oh my gosh, like heaven sounds crazy, man.
So sounds like a time.
So real, dude.
And so she seems receptive. I mean, I don't think we've heard anything else from her, but it sounds like Sharpay is pretty, like, I guess just upset as to where he's been put. And he's like, God, I know you say you're not wrong, but like, you're very wrong. And I'm supposed to be in Orlando, so I'm a go. I'm a head out.
I'm supposed to have all things fabulous, bro. What are you doing?
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Is the Little Mermaid girl coming out of the ocean in the blue? I want to go to heaven. Is that Troy?
I was
Like from
you know, I
High
was
School
thinking
Musical?
maybe No, I think it's Chad.
Chad, okay.
We actually didn't give you the Book of Mormon. We actually gave you High School Musical 4.
And the Little
College
Mermaid.
the Musical.
No, it's like, you know how like when River is that show Riverdale? I forgot what it's called.
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
It's a terrible show.
I also haven't seen any of the High School Musicals, so
but
I know.
like okay, maybe closer to plot, like Descendants, how like in each Descendants movie it's suddenly like a new fairy tale. Like
I haven't seen any of the Descendants either.
well, it's closer.
I love
It's like so high school. It's literally High School Musical, The Little Mermaid. Guys, actually, this is Descendants 2. What am I talking about?
Descendants 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Descendants 2 is about the Little Mermaid. They got the Uma girl,
Okay.
China and McLean.
I
my
love
angel.
Descendants.
Uma.
So good.
I was listening to it on like my write up, and I was thinking of you. I
love that so much.
I made Lena, because I write up here when I come home from breaks. For anyone who needs context, I live very far away. But so I made one of my really good friends, Lena, listen to the entirety of all of the Descendants soundtracks on our way back up here.
I love that
That's
for you.
amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I drove home and back in a snowstorm, and it was an adventure. And I listened to the SpongeBob musical.
Was
the whole
Olaf
time.
there?
No, SpongeBob was there. But anyway, that brings us to
Da 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 da. Intermission. Da 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 da. And we're back, but we're not back. Like
we're
I
not
need to
back. We have a lot to do.
I need to alter that song again. So we have a few fun, silly things planned. However, I think our studio gift might need to come before.
Does that
anything
need to come
else.
first?
I
Are you
think
in
so.
contact with our new segment?
I am, and our new segment is not answering her phone.
Awesome. So our new segment might not happen. We'll see.
It will.
But so let's move on to Studio Gifts. So what Studio Gifts is every week Coley brings me something to keep me company in the studio because I do all the tech stuff alone. So Coley, what is this week's gift?
I will give context after this. I'm debating. Like, should I give context before or
Oh no,
after?
Absolutely.
Okay, give me
after.
context after, but like, do you want to tell me what it is?
Oh, wait, pause. Marissa's calling.
Marissa's calling. Okay, tell Marissa to call me because I have
Yes.
this hooked up to the thing.
So, okay.
I might have to take it
Call
off of Do Not Disturb. Hold on.
Tyler. Okay.
Okay. Have
So
them
much
call me.
happened. Explain the Marissa segment real quick.
Oh,
though.
so we had a conversation before break with Marissa, Marissa is Coley's mother, who listens to every single one of our shows. And we had a joke running that we were like, we should bring Marissa on the show, but only for like 12 seconds. And so that's exactly what we're going to do. I'm going to set a timer, and Marissa has 12 seconds to talk about whatever they want. And that's Marissa now. Are we ready?
We're so ready.
Welcome to the very first 12 seconds with Marissa. Hi, can you hear me?
Hi.
Oh my
You
God.
know why I couldn't hear you? Because I couldn't listen to the show and do that at the same time.
That's okay. So you ready for 12 seconds with Marissa?
Yeah, but it might have to go to 15 seconds because something happened.
Okay. So I'm setting the timer. I'll set it for 15 seconds to be generous. Are you ready?
Okay, go.
Go.
Okay, so I was supposed to talk about pickles today, but something else happened. The word now is beer. I had to go to Aldi's. I needed cheese and I needed beer. So I said, let me run into Aldi's. So I ran into Aldi's and I got the cheese. And then I said to someone who now I'm thinking might not even have worked there.
That was your timer.
No.
Finish your story super quickly. Hyperspeed time.
Okay, hyperspeed. So I asked her I said to her, I have cheese. I came for beer and cheese and I just need the beer. And the lady said to me, beer cheese? I don't think we have that. And I said, no, I don't need beer cheese. I have cheese. This is my cheese. I need a beer. She says, ma'am, you can't have a beer here. And I said, no, I'm not trying to have a beer. I just need to have some cheese to go with my beer. And then they asked me to check out.
That's wonderful. Beer
I said to
cheese.
myself,
So
well, go ahead.
beer cheese soup is actually a thing in Wisconsin, and I'm about to have some in like 2 weeks. So
I am making beer cheese fondue.
can you send some to me, please?
Yeah, but
Thank
this
you.
lady thought I was trying to drink a beer in the middle of Aldi's and then asked me to leave. And
Okay.
later, when there's another time, I'll tell you how the brawl started. But that'll be
Okay,
next time.
that we'll save that for next week's segment.
Yay, okay.
This has been 12 Seconds with Marissa. Thanks, Marissa.
Bye, Mom.
Bye, Marissa. Bye.
I need to
That
make it
was so
very clear
wonderful.
that my mom doesn't drink beer. Like, she only drinks Pinot. Like, she's a white wine to the T.
That's so valid.
Yeah.
But anyway, so let's move on to our studio gift.
Studio
then.
gift, right back to that.
So our studio gift this week isn't like a physical thing. Apparently it's a video.
No. It's a video, and I had originally something planned that I was going to play for you. But then you mentioned something, and my mother mentioned something, and I was like,
Coley, if this is just a happy birthday video, I'm ending the show right here.
I think you just need to watch the video.
Okay. I'm so scared.
Hi, Tyler. A little birdie came down from a tree and said to me, "Do you know that Tyler that's friends with Coley?" And she whispered something in my ear. And it was, "Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Tyler. Happy birthday to you. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your day. I hope you're having a wonderful birthday day. And maybe it'll continue until through the weekend, your birthday celebrations. Have fun. Stay safe. Bye."
So that was Coley's grandmother. I would like to tell all of our listeners at home, it is not my birthday. My birthday was 4 months ago.
And she sent me that video, and I peed myself. I was in the shower, and she sent it to me, and I peed.
Susan, I love you so much, and I'm so sorry that Coley lied to you. It is not my birthday. But thank you.
Of course.
Oh, God. I'm never going to live the happy birthday situation down.
No.
Never going to live it down. I literally go to a convention and see both of the people involved this weekend.
Oh my gosh.
I'm terrified.
For those who might be new, the happy birthday story is not something we can actually share on air, but it's a very, very comedical and capstone moment.
I wouldn't call it comedical. It was a very unfortunate thing that happened on my birthday. It was an unfortunate situation that I walked in on my birthday. So anyway, what are we missing from this? Oh my God, the acronym.
Acronym.
So
We have so much time this show. Oh my God.
We do. We're doing really good. Okay, so we're going to do segment without a cool acronym, which basically I've picked out an acronym. I know what it stands for. Coley has 5 questions, and then Lex will have 1 question to try to guess what the acronym is, what it actually stands for, and what it does. So your acronym this week is the FCC. Bless you.
I just burped. I'm sorry, guys. The FCC. That sounds like something from Webkins.
Is that your first question?
No.
Okay.
I guess, could you use the FCC in a sentence?
The FCC is currently monitoring our radio show.
I see. So, originally my head went to Webkins or FNAF.
It is neither.
Maybe Fredonia Communications computer?
Are we counting that as a question?
I don't know. Does it involve Fredonia?
It does not.
Oh, well, I don't know.
Well, okay, not directly.
But Fredonia is not the F.
Fredonia is not the F.
You know what that is? You get the L.
Third question.
Is Lex allowed to ask a question?
Lex, okay, yes, Lex has 1 question. I would suggest you ask it after Coley's, but that's up to you.
I was gonna say I'd like to ask it after yours, but it's okay. Whatever you would
Okay.
like to do.
So it involves the radio.
And the F does not stand for Fredonia.
And the F does not stand for Fredonia. Can I, like, in context of, like, a bagel, like,
Okay.
could I, like, eat a bagel with the FCC? Could I sit down and have a bagel with the FCC?
You could sit down and have a bagel with members of the FCC, yes.
Okay.
It would be very difficult to try to arrange that, but yes, theoretically, you could have a bagel with the FCC.
How many questions do I have left?
2.
Does Sharpay Evans know what the FCC is?
So, okay, I'm gonna lead you on a little bit here. No, Sharpay directly as a character would not know what the FCC is. However, Disney would have to get High School Musical approved to the FCC's standards.
Oh, is it the thingy where, like, before, like, a movie or, like, something, there's, like, this whole, like, thingy, or
like
it's
the disclaimer kind of thing?
kind of
Like the rating?
yeah,
thing?
like where like Lin-Manuel Miranda couldn't like Hamilton would have had to be rated R if it had one more like F word.
You are so close. And the answer to that is I actually don't know.
Oh my god.
Because I want to say in my heart, yes. I know they play a part in that, but I'm not sure if that is the actual doing of the FCC.
Okay.
That was your last question.
I think I know it, but I want Lex to ask first.
Lex, ask your question.
I know, like, okay, so, like, my mind went to Eminem because in one of his songs, he says, the FCC won't let me be or let me be me, so let me see. They try to shut him
Okay.
down on MTV, so it's something that's, like you were saying, like, with the ratings or something. I don't really have a question.
Do you want me to tell you if you're on the right track?
Yeah.
You are so close.
Oh
Is
my
it, like,
You are right there.
Federal something?
Yeah, is it like
Federal communication.
Federal Censorship Corporation or something like
Federal
that?
communication censorship something? Censorship.
Okay, I'm going to give that to you because that is like so close. I want to strangle you. It's so close. The FCC stands for the Federal Communications Commission.
Oh my
So
god.
you are so close. So
Oh my-
basically what that is the official mission statement is the Federal Communications Commission regulates interstate and international communications by radio, television, wire, satellite, and cable in all 50 states, the District of Columbia, and U.S. territories. As an independent U.S. government agency overseen by Congress, the Commission is the federal agency responsible for implementing and enforcing America's communications law and regulations. The FCC is the reason why we cannot play a majority of this soundtrack on the air.
So in theory, I could like arrange like a little meeting. If I start screaming very bad words, do you think the FCC will like have a bagel with me to talk about my behavior?
No, the FCC would have a bagel with you to hand you a $250,000 fine. So please, do not do that.
I mean, I won't. I don't say bad words.
Please don't say bad words.
I want a bagel.
I like my show. Please don't please don't get it.
Our show.
I like our show.
Who-
Well, if you start swearing on the air, it'll be my show.
I'm already lined up to replace you. I'm just kidding.
Oh my goodness. Guys, welcome to Be Determined with Tyler and Max. So in theory, you could sit down with Jessica Rosenworkel, Brendan Carr, Jeffrey Starks, or Nathan Symington.
I thought
all
to
I'm
have a
here, all I'm
bagel.
hearing is Jessica Rabbit. What were the names?
Brendan Carr.
Brendan Urie.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Starks.
Jeffrey Star
and Nathan Symington.
and Nathan Krell. I think this is a great idea, guys.
All right, new segment. We are having coffee with the FCC. Alrighty, are you ready to begin Act 2?
Da-da-da-da. Intermission. Da-da-da-da. And we're back.
Here is your first song of Act 2.
All right.
Making things up again, Arnold.
But it worked, Dad.
Stretching the truth again, and you know it.
Don't be a fibbing Fran Arnold.
Joseph Smith?
Cause a lie is a lie.
It's not a lie.
You're making things up again, Arnold.
Oh,
You're
conscience.
taking the holy word and adding fiction. Be careful how you proceed, Arnold. When you fib, there's a prize.
So what just happened?
Okay, so Joseph Smith, if I'm not mistaken, I could be totally mistaken. Isn't he like the founder, or something like that? He's got something to do with it. And so I think he told someone, maybe Ariel / Chad. He told them that like just some kind of lie, and he like made it like look better and be like, yeah, man, you can like.
What do you think the
Tigers.
lie is about?
Oh, I was hoping you weren't gonna ask me because I don't know.
Okay, all right.
I guess just like I would think that I'll probably circle back to this, but it's gonna
Okay.
be something that like made it look like so much better than what they actually believe or
Okay.
something.
Okay.
And yeah, he's just like right now his conscience is like, dude, you messed up bad.
I love that. I
So-
love that. That is my favorite song in the show. It is so catchy, and
is
it was
really catchy.
It is also so hard to find a segment that we could play on the air. Yes.
Hi. Just because I was listening, but I am also needed to figure this out. So the FCC was actually responsible for the record scratch and the mute over 2 not nice words in Hamilton on Disney Plus. Hence why it's rated PG-13. Thank you,
I
FCC.
always
No
wondered
kidding.
about the record scratch, but I thought it was kind of like a nice addition.
It was so cool. Anyways, kids, don't ask your parents about that.
Okay. You know what's so funny before we move on is the fact that we haven't had Hamilton like as a musical yet on the show, but I feel like we also just like can't.
Everyone knows Hamilton.
That's exactly
But
it.
I want. Do you know Eddie, right?
Yes.
Like in theory, I would want someone
That'd
like
be
Eddie
really
to do
funny.
I feel like even Eddie would get it though.
I know, but someone like Eddie.
I feel like Eddie would get it, but would he know like the whole like? Cause
No,
I-
just-
honestly, I don't even know.
just
What
what
if
cut
we
out-
had my dad do
Cut
Hamilton?
out every historical
Yes.
person's name and just talk about what's happening.
Yes.
Get rid of all the characters and just be like, oh, this person's in a hurricane and he cheated on his wife. What is this? The Little Mermaid?
I want my dad to do it now because I don't think he'd get it.
I would
Genuinely.
love to see your dad do this.
I want Susan to do it.
Oh my God, can we please have Susan do it?
Maybe.
Okay, anyway, here's your next song. This
Okay.
is another one that was like impossible to find a segment. So I'm sorry for the segment that I'm about to give you.
Okay.
Long ago when I was 5, I snuck in the kitchen late at night and ate a donut with a maple glaze.
Me too.
I couldn't.
My father asked who ate the snack. I said that it was my brother Jack, and Jack got grounded for 14 days. I've lived with that guilt all of my life, and the terrible vision that I had that night. No, please, I don't want to go back.
I love that song.
Oh my God. So anyway, what's going on?
So he obviously in the last song he was like his conscience was beating down on him, and it's like 10 times worse now.
Okay.
He's like,
So we think this is the same person.
oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Now you've got me second guessing that, but yes, I will stick with my first answer.
Stick with your first answer. I'm not trying to guide you
Um,
anyway. I'm just clarifying.
Yes, I believe this is the same person, and it's like fairly soon after the last song. And he's just like thinking of every single sin that he committed. And he's like, man, my whole life is a mess. Maybe I'm not Mormon. I don't know if he's thinking that yet, but we'll see, I guess, later down the road.
Awesome.
I do want to make a comment because I thought it was funny. There was something about like a maple glazed donut. And I was like,
Yeah.
me. But then Lex was like, not me, because Lex is allergic to what is it, maple?
Oh my
Yeah.
God, no way. Love that.
We've talked about this so many
Tyler,
times,
we've
Tyler.
talked about this.
What am I allergic to? Do you know?
Mint.
Yes.
I remember
am.
that. What am I allergic to?
Shellfish.
No.
You're allergic to a lot, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to the story. I thought it was funny because when Lex said me too to like the or not me because Lex couldn't eat a maple donut, I was imagining this is like what happens when Lex eats a maple donut. This song is just it.
I just want to let y'all know that I got a text from my family chat and my brother is currently throwing axes. That's all. I just thought I'd share that with you. So anyway, here's your next song. Are you ready?
I am ready.
And not just believe part way. You have to believe in it all. My problem was doubting the Lord's will instead of standing tall. I can't allow myself to have any doubt. It's time to set my worries free. Time to show the world what Elder Price is about and share the power inside of me. I believe that God has a plan for all of us. I believe that plan involves me getting my own planet. And I believe that the current president of the church, Thomas Monson, speaks directly to God.
I do want to point out that that is inaccurate information, as Thomas Monson is not the current current president of the church. But anyway, what's going on?
Okay, so Sharpay is in her character arc. So
That is the best thing I've ever heard.
what I'm assuming is he had, so like in the last song, he was like, I had that vision, and then it went like all tornado-y. And so I'm assuming his vision was like God being like, dude, do what I say. And so he's like, all right, God, I'm sorry. I'm so
I'm
sorry.
only laughing because you're not wrong. It's just I can't tell you what is right and not have the FCC come after me. So
Oh boy. So yeah, he's like, okay, yeah, God, you know, you're right. So now he's like in redemption era, and he's like, I shouldn't lie to these people. Like, I believe that what I have to say about the Book of Mormon is enough for them to believe.
I love that so much.
So yeah, that's what I think's going on.
Love that.
So this song's very interesting, I will say. I just want to know if like all Mormons just have all planets dedicated to them.
That is an actual Mormon belief to my knowledge, given I am not Mormon, but it is to my knowledge that it is believed in the Mormon religion that when you die, you get assigned your own planet.
It's a big belief in a lot of different religions actually.
That you
I've
get
heard of-
reincarnated as a planet?
Not reincarnated as a planet, but that you like can rule a planet.
Okay.
It's a popular thing.
After, if we have time, which I don't think we will anymore, but I was
Well,
gonna say we
so-
should just like pick points of that song and ask like, is this a real thing?
Can we actually? Because I actually know a lot about this. I've done so much research on this song.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I think I've only looked it up once after the planet.
I've
thing.
looked it up so many times.
Also, fun fact: the show is written by the producer of South Park.
yeah, and that's why we're not playing a good majority
Yeah.
of it.
That makes so
So
much sense.
anyway, here is your next song.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I am.
I'm so scared for this one. Okay, here.
Short girl who makes my heart kind of flutter, makes my eyes kind of blur. I can't believe I'm about to baptize her.
He will baptize me. He will hold me in his arms. He will baptize me right in front of everyone, and it will set me free. When he looks into my eyes and he sees just how much I love being baptized.
So Lex, what was that reaction?
I'm just wondering, like, okay, so I know only the name of literally 2 songs in this whole thing.
Okay.
One I don't think I could say because of the FCC, and the other is Hello. And I have a feeling earlier when I thought the one that I can't say was playing, I have a feeling it might be this one. But anyways, so or like at least the next one coming
I doubt
up.
it because from my knowledge of listening to this song, I theoretically could play this whole thing on the radio.
Oh, okay. So maybe it's a song coming up soon. I could be totally wrong in that.
There
It
is
could
a
have already
lot
been
that I
played.
can't play on this show,
Right.
but
Okay, so anyways, Sharpay has fallen in love. I do believe it is Sharpay. I think now I've realized it's Elder Price.
okay.
So Elder Price has fallen in love with this girl
Okay.
from the village.
Okay.
Or I don't know. No, he wouldn't have gone to Orlando. It's from the village. She's from the village.
Okay.
And oh my gosh, I think it's the same girl from earlier that was like, yeah, this looks sick. So I think it's the same girl from earlier, and he's like, I am so in love with her, and now I get to baptize her into my faith and my religion, and I'm so excited.
Love that.
That's so cute. No, I just want to make it very clear that the second this song started playing, Lex started cackling, and I thought they were going to pass out.
It's a bob.
It's a bob.
It
Oh my
really
gosh,
is a
wait,
bop.
is to be
It's bop
determined
to the top.
just the spreading of Mormonism? We are.
Per FCC regulations, I cannot confirm or deny that. So anyway,
Anyways.
here's your next song. I'm sorry, FCC. Please don't kick us off the air. Anyway, here's your next song.
We are Africa. We are the heartbeat of Africa. With a rhino meerkat. We are Africa. We are the winds of the Serengeti. We are the sweat of the jungle man. We are the tears of Nelson Mandela. We are the lost boys of the Sudan.
This is another one that was extremely hard to find a section from, but please enlighten me.
Man,
Tell me
I
what's
love
going
Toto.
on.
You know, oh my God.
Stop! Oh my god!
Listening to that, I had so many things running through my mind. At first, I was like, oh my goodness, they've literally all made peace together, and they're all holding hands and singing and swaying. And then I'm like, no.
You're not that far off, but
I don't, well, okay, I thought the people of the village were also singing and swaying. But then I'm like,
Oh.
no. These Mormons, they're all just
These
holding
dudes.
hands. I have a feeling, okay, so what I think's going on is like, they're still trying to convert these people from Africa, I assume now that they've said it, Africa.
It's gonna take a lot to drag me away from you.
let them finish their thought.
I'm thinking that the people of Africa are just sitting like in a little auditorium, but like probably like outside, but like in a little auditorium or something, and The Mormons.
So you think the Mormons are singing to them?
I think the
people in
Mormons
the
are just
village?
holding hands, singing like this.
They're like, this is their own version of like Kumbaya.
Yes, that is what I was thinking in my
It's
head.
actually just taking place in the Fredonia Amphitheater. That's why it's fenced off.
Oh my God, stop! That is the best
That's
thing
been
ever.
fenced off since like my freshman year.
Really?
The end of my freshman year, I believe.
Oh yeah, no, it's been fenced off before any of us got here.
I thought they were doing construction.
They are for the past like 7
Uh-huh.
years.
Oh God. Anyways, what's the next song?
Coley, you'll have to text me when you graduate, because you're the youngest of all of us. When you graduate, if the amphitheater is still under construction.
I
Please do that
will,
for us.
and I will sing this in the amphitheater for all of you guys.
I will cry. It will be so funny. So anyway, are you ready for your next song?
I am very ready.
All right, let's do it.
I got the golden plates. Gold plates. I gotta lead the people. Head west. We gotta stick together. For months. We gotta help each other. For months. And so we climb the mountain. We head west. And we cross the river. We head west. And we fight the oppression. For months. By being nice to everyone. We're Mormons. Not so fast, Mormons. You shall not pass my mountain.
So what's going on?
So honestly, through
This
like,
one's very confusing.
through most of it until the guy said Mormons shall not pass my mountain, I was thinking it could go two ways.
Okay.
At first I was like, the people of the village are literally running away from the Mormons. They're like, these people are crazy. Like, head
Okay.
west, leave. But now that like they said like the Mormons can't pass, like I have a feeling there's something going on in Africa that they need to get away from, the people in the village. And the
Okay.
Mormons are trying to be like, come on, guys, follow us. Because, like, if you follow us and we save you, boom, like, no reason not to join Mormonism. Like, that's where my head's going.
That's so good. That is so much better than what's actually happening during the
Wait,
show.
really?
This song, okay. So I know I've said for all of these that, like, it was so hard to find a section. This one was near impossible.
Really?
Like, I gave you a super short, I think it was like 15 seconds, because I was like, there is not a single ounce of this that I can play on the air.
Wow, I thought there was only, like, one bad song in this movie.
Oh,
this movie,
this
musical.
show is so filthy.
Really?
It was so hard to cut this down to sections that one didn't give away the plot and two that I could actually play on the air.
Oh, boy.
It is I mean, it's written by the people who write South Park.
Yeah, you've got a point.
I mean, it's bad, but it's so good. Like, it's so weird because, like, yeah, it's so filthy, but, like, it's not offensive. I shouldn't say that. It is not as offensive as people think, and they've also changed it a lot in the modern day to make it less offensive. But the reason that it's not offensive is because everything they say is true.
It's like, I forgot what it is, but like it's written like it's written not to be offensive, but more satirical, like by
It's
people
satirical,
in the
yeah.
like to make fun. Like they're people of the religion, but to make fun of it in a sense.
Mhm.
No, exactly. Like, it's not based off of stereotype. It's
Right,
based
it's
off
all
of
true.
fact.
Yeah.
It's really interesting.
Mhm.
But with that being said, that actually leads us into our last song.
Oh,
So this is your finale. Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
Awesome.
So what will tomorrow bring? What does the future hold? I can almost see it now.
Hello, my name is Elder Matumbo, and I would like to share with you the most amazing book.
So what's going on?
Okay, so I know you said like my last thing was wrong because it was better than what was going on, but I'm gonna stick with it because
Do it.
I'm totally honestly lost as to what the last song could be.
Whatever
So-
your guess is, it's so off. You will not guess this.
So
So
I'm
just go for it.
assuming what I can come up with based off of my last guess. I am the guest. So my last guess, I think that the Mormons saved the village people. And
They saved the YMCA.
Young man.
and now all of the village people are Mormons, and they're going door to door in their little scent places. What if they're all in Orlando except for Sharpay?
And Sharpay is just back in Africa.
Yeah.
Bro, I love when Africa by Toto saves the village people.
I'm
Olaf.
writing that musical. And Olaf from The Little Mermaid. So that was the Book of Mormon.
That was beautiful.
What are your thoughts?
Honestly, I feel like it's a show I would be interested. I don't know if I'd be interested in seeing it. I would definitely want to listen to the soundtrack though, based off what you sent me or showed me.
I encourage you to. So it's a really, really interesting, satirical, funny, dirty show. Are you ready for the rundown of the actual plot?
I am so ready.
Okay. So the start of the show is actually like not a reenactment, but basically you start like from history, talking about like the history of Mormonism, and there's a booming voice that you can assume is God, like narrating, this is Joseph Smith, this is Baroni, this is insert people here. And it basically circles down to, and all of this happens to this, and then hello starts, which comes out with Elder Price ringing the doorbell and being like, hi, learn about the Book of Mormon, right? And then Elder Cunningham comes out and screams, would you like to change religions? And so we meet our elders, who is they're based in Salt Lake City, Utah. And they are 19 years old and being assigned their mission locations, and they're being assigned cool places like France and Norway and all these like interesting places. And then they're also being assigned to their mission brothers at this time. Elder Price and Elder Cunningham get paired together. Elder Price is like the star elder, so our Sharpay Evans, like, you know, the person. And Elder Cunningham is just like there and is just like, think the Jack Black role is just kind of like I don't want to call him the loser, but just like that person. Elder Price and Elder Cunningham get paired up together and get assigned to the country of Uganda. So they fly over to Uganda, where they meet the Ugandan people, and the Ugandan people start singing Hasadiga Ibawai, which is about, so it's a phrase that they say similar to Hakuna Matata, but not like Hakuna Matata, because it definitely does not mean Hakuna Matata, and I cannot actually say the meaning, but the exact translation of that in Swahili, which is the language they are speaking in, is in fact FCC approved. So anyway, Elder Price and Elder Cunningham meet up with the other elders that are already assigned to Uganda, so the other mission people, and then they sing Turn It Off, because Elder Price is just talking about how miserable he is there. So they just start talking about it and turn it off, like, oh, so you're sad? Okay, just ignore those feelings. That's fine. And then they tap dance in the middle of that for no reason. It's the best thing ever. So I Am Here For You is Elder Cunningham singing to Elder Price about... There was a jaw drop. What just happened?
I told Lex what it stood for.
What it stands for in the show, or what it actually stands for?
Oh, what it stands for in the show. But
Okay.
Yeah.
So you understand why we can't say it.
Yes.
Awesome. So I Am Here For You is Elder Cunningham singing to Elder Price. It is more a self-soothing thing for Elder Cunningham, who's just like, I feel like I'm disappointing my father. Oh, well, tomorrow's a latter day. So then it goes into All American Prophet, which the whole thing starts out with, what if, like, the Bible had a Donny Osmond flair? And that is my favorite line in the show. And they're just preaching about how cool the Book of Mormon is to the African people. And then it is received very highly by one of the ladies in the village, who is singing about Salt Lake City, that she is interpreted to be like this amazing magical place where there's unicorns and cotton candy and things frolic around. We're going to come back to that because I don't want to spoil that yet. So then we sing into Man Up, and Elder Price is just singing about how miserable he is and how he wants to be stationed in Orlando, while Elder Cunningham is like, wow, for once in my entire life, I have attention. I feel like I can save these people by myself. So Elder Price leaves to head to Orlando, while Elder Cunningham is just like, I'm going to save the Ugandan people. So then intermission happens, and it opens up with Elder Cunningham doing his job as a missionary and talking to the African people, except he has a lying problem, and he's kind of spicing it up, quote unquote, to try to persuade people to join the religion. And then it opens to Spooky Mormon Bleep Dream, and which is Elder Price and a hallucination in Bleep. So anyway, then Elder Price wakes up, sings I Believe, and now realizes, wow, I actually need to go save the village, and it was wrong of me to leave my partner all alone. So things happen during I Believe that I also cannot say on the air. Then it goes into Baptize Me, where the young female friend from earlier wants to be baptized, so Elder Cunningham is going to baptize her. At this point, Elder Price comes back and is like, hey, actually, I want to do this. I'm not going to Orlando. And Elder Cunningham's like, haha, too bad. I already took this over. And I Am Africa is just him, like, reminiscing in, I belong here. Even though I don't, I belong here, and I can take credit for this, that kind of thing. And you weren't that far off. It is actually, like, the Mormons singing, but they're not singing to the African people. So, now, the next song was the one about the mountain and climbing the mountain, right? So what this actually is the president of that specific branch from Salt Lake City comes to visit because they're hearing all of these amazing things that these two elders are doing. It's all Elder Cunningham, and it's all Elder Cunningham lying to the African people. And the African people do a reenactment of what Elder Cunningham is telling them is the Mormon religion, which is very much not what actually happened in the Mormon religion. And the presidents of the branch that they're a part of are appalled for very obvious reasons. But at that point, everyone's like, hey, we like this version better. This is actually getting us through all of this. So we're going to keep following this. And yeah, maybe we're still technically Mormons, but we're not Mormons. And it's at this point that the young female friend realizes that Salt Lake City is a metaphor in this case for heaven. And is informed by the Ugandan people of that. And then it all ends with the Book of Arnold becoming a thing, which is the Book of Elder Cunningham. So Elder Cunningham essentially starts his own religion. And that is the Book of Mormon.
Okay, I mean, I wasn't on, but I don't think I was that off.
You were not that far off. You were, super close.
You were close, but Olaf ended up writing a book.
Exactly.
Okay.
Olaf ended up starting his own religion.
Aww. In summer.
Would you join Olaf's religion, Coley?
I'd have to look into it.
I would join Josh Gad's religion. I don't think I'd join Olaf's religion.
Oh my gosh, you guys, this is so unrelated. But they just announced the Hunchback of Notre Dame musical as a Disney movie.
Isn't Josh Gad in it?
Josh Gad is
saw
playing
that.
Quasimodo.
Shut up, he is not.
That literally,
That's gonna be amazing.
this is his first. I feel like he's not the funny sidekick character.
Yeah.
He is the character, and I am so excited to see it.
is
That
exciting.
sounds amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It's very
Okay,
exciting.
do you want me to do the honors of button pushing? Because we are nearing the end of our show.
Yeah. So
Lex, it has been so fun having you.
It has been a blast.
I'm so happy you had a good time.
Oh my gosh, it was
Because we
so
were so
fun.
scared to give you this show.
Oh no, it was so
oh my god, I literally
fun.
texted Tyler
Hey, are you sure we should do this?
I said realistic question.
And I'm just like, no, I think they'll find it funny.
I think
it's
very
fine.
funny.
Okay.
Thank you.
I
Okay,
always get so
Because your
scared.
backup was SpongeBob, just so you know. But also, the backup has been SpongeBob for 3 weeks now.
I'm so glad I didn't get SpongeBob. That I probably would have been like,
Backpack,
but this was good.
You would have guessed the SpongeBob musical, but the actual plot, I don't think you
Oh,
would have
really?
gotten. Yeah.
Mhm.
But anyway, we're down to our last segment of the show, which is our shout out segment. So, do you guys know who you want to shout out? Coley, do you want to go first? Because I still have to think of mine.
Lex can actually go first.
I just want to give a shout out to Selena Gomez for being way better than Hailey Bieber.
That's so valid.
I am giving my shout out to one of my first directors. Her name is Bunny. Unfortunately, we found out last night that she unfortunately passed away, and it's been a real big hit on me. But Bunny, I know you find this show so funny, so this is for you, girl.
We love that. My shout out is going to David Hasselhoff because there's a book that I'm staring at on the desk that says David Sarnoff, and I saw the off and went, oh, David Hasselhoff is the dude from the SpongeBob movie. So shout out to David Hasselhoff.
The Book of Hazeltov.
The Book of Hasselhoff. All right, Coley, close us out while I go press buttons. It has been an honor.
All right. Alrighty, guys. Lex, do you have any closing statements or regards?
No, I think I'm set. That was really
How would
good.
you rate your host and your enjoyment and entertainment?
Honestly, 10 out of 10. I would really want to come back. That was really
Aw,
fun.
I'm so glad. Well, I hope you guys feel the same way, and I hope you all have a fantabulous night, and I'll see you guys soon.